grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl.
Coach, this is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Green Bay Packers. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Charles, they won. Last week, despite him not running the ball well, they told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Mayfield down. He'll find his man on the comeback route, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Run. Pistol.
Mayfield on first down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 37-yard line. Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Come on, QB, come on.
And they'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's going to get this down inside of Green Bay's 15-yard line. A big run there by Jones. 64 yards.
And our Bills first down.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On second down now, it's Carson. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Chris Carson, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Mayfield looks to throw. And his pass incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Allen going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Allen to throw it. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On second down, here's Yeldon, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Carson. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And now they'll throw without it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming. Double up. Middle.
Allen going to go on 4th down. It's caught. Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
First down, Bills.
Mike spot. Mike spot 4. You ain't doing nothing.
On play action, Allen. And that will be caught by Jones. He's got a Buffalo touchdown.
Touchdown.
Julio Jones. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Bills 14, Packers nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner field. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the... 3-yard line, that's where they'll take over.
319!
Check. Watch 54. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. Flash the stick skills on that run, but then stop shy of the 35. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little.
Football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Okay, double up.
On 2nd down, it's Carson, and he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Right there.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Play action. Now it's Allen. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Zadarius Smith able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. On 4th down, John Gruden says, let's try and get 3 out of this. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Well, that was a long attempt to begin with, so the fake you might have known was somewhat of a possibility. Credit to the defense, though. They weren't fooled.
You're right, they weren't fooled. And they were in a position of having...
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Allen now looks to throw. Being chased out left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. Throwing is Allen on third. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. It's complete to Jones. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Draw play. This is Yeldon. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one.
Hey, Mike. I got you, boy.
On second and 12. Allen. Jones has it. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
I know you feel that.
It's a gain of 11, and it's third down.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Watch time, watch time. Tight end right, tight end right. 4 down, check, 4 down. Watch that pass.
Now on second and 16. Allen, he goes full extension, and he's got it. A pickup of 24, and that's where the play began, the 24-yard line.
And the Bills first down.
You gotta get the ball, D. Get the ball. Check three.
Under 61, matchbox light.
Throwing on first down is Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Julio Jones with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Now the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Bills 21, Packers 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
At the 33-yard line.
A first throw for the backup Jackson. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down in the hands of the wrong team.
Round 80!
42! I don't think you got it, son.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Check.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Forced out to his left. Complete to Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Julio Jones. 40 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Now the try here for the point after. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
We got this. First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off a big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Now they try the right side here. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's Jackson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Tre'Davious White, the LSU man there to knock it away that time.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Touchdown, Packers! From 6 yards away. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down, but hey, not only did they get the 1st down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a 1st down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Now on 2nd and 13. Allen hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. That 1st down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. Now it's Jackson. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Green Bay. And even 60 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
They'll try to run this one in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert enough? And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Jay Sternberger, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are back within a single score. Bullet good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Throwing again on second down. Allen. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
They run it with Carson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Around 80.
To the air. Allen. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Buying time to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Jackson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To try again after the sack. Jackson. Able to avoid him at the 40. Caught by Jones. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Throwing now is Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
And he's going to go down again.
And twice in a row, the quarterback goes down. This offense needs 2 scores, not giving up 2 sacks.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. On 4th down, Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Regular. Pass.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Here's Carson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, we should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Allen to throw. Looking deep for Julio. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 13.
Don't this way. First and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation? He's got a man. Complete. So there's one big play followed by the timeout as we're under 10 seconds to go. And now how do you play it offensively? We'll find out. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Get your swerve on.
Jackson to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's at 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one.